Hello and welcome to day 5 of the International Sports Convention's Women's Sports Business Week. And my guest today is Julius Kyobe, one of the founders of Tennis for All Uganda. Julius, welcome along. It's great to have you along with us today. We're going to find out a lot more about Tennis for All Uganda and the success stories that you have. But before we do that, just if you would tell us a little bit about yourself and what drove you to become the founder of this fantastic organization.
Hello, thanks for giving me this opportunity. Good morning, everyone. I'm Julius Kyobe, and I'm one of the founders of Tennis for All Uganda. I'm born and raised in Uganda. I came from a small income community where we couldn't access quality education and co-curriculum activities. So I grew up in a challenging life with a small family. And one of the reasons why I started up Tennis for All Uganda was to see how we can empower kids through sports. As me myself, I'm one of the people that went through sports and has been impacted through sports. So I've grown up to appreciate what sports gives to people like us, giving us a pathway through where we can achieve our dreams. Initially, I started sports tennis at the age of 10, and it was not only having fun, but also it gave me a sense of belonging, where I found a lot of people that really love the game, and they managed to empower me, to educate me through sports. And I'm proud to say that I'm a graduate through having a civil engineering degree through the power of sports. And so that's me as Julius, and I am who I am today because of sports. So I'm really proud of that, and I wanted to give the same opportunity to the young ones.
Well, you're certainly doing that. And tell us about the tennis link. Is tennis a particular passion for you, or is it more about seeing tennis as a good route? Because it's very much a level playing field, isn't it, in terms of genders? That the opportunities for young girls to get into tennis and perhaps one day end up at a Grand Slam is there, but even at the local level, it's a sport in which girls and young women can feel very much at home.
Thank you. Actually, tennis is a passion for me, and when me and my colleague Vincent decided to do something for tennis, for the community, we looked at what we can do, and when we realized that we are tennis coaches that really love tennis and have got a lot from tennis, so we decided to use tennis as a tool and a pathway to help young people in the community, not only the boys, but also the girls. As you know, tennis is an elite game, so we managed to. And one of the things I think we're proud of is we managed to put tennis in Uganda, that it's accessible to everyone to play, not only regardless of your background, but everyone had the opportunity. Every kid had the opportunity to pick up a racket and step on court and play. And we've seen for the last few years we've been around, we've seen the impact, mainly with the girls that have went through this program, that we had girls that were just market vendors, still sitting home right now, picking up a racket to representing Uganda at the national team level, at the junior level. So it's really an incredible journey for us, and we really are we are really happy to be proud of that journey with these kids.
And of course, let's look at the program in a little bit more detail if we can now. And part of it is improving access to education and integrating people better. Tell us a bit about that, how that works, how that link to education works for you, Julius.
So Tennis for All is it's a sports for development organization, and our focus is using tennis as a pathway to link these kids from disadvantaged community to access quality education, health awareness, and other empowerment activities that can support these kids in their lives. And tennis is we look at tennis as that roadmap to where these kids can be empowered through tennis to support their achievements, their dreams, becoming whatever they want to be in life. So we look at tennis as a roadmap to support these kids.
And in terms of access to education, your work is a holistic development. You're teaching life skills, aren't you? Yes, you're teaching tennis, but they're also getting access to skills that will help them in other stages of life.
Yes, please. So within the program, we have a lot of life skills. We have a lot of soft skills programs that teach these kids confidence. Right now, we are trying to work with the kids through the soft skill programs to make sure that they lesson problem solving. We have entrepreneurship skills being taught right now. Public speaking. So we are trying to use this kind of life skills to help these kids do whatever they want. And we have also the tutoring program that's going on, whereby kids are taught how to do sewing, and with an added value of learning entrepreneurship, how to start businesses, how to manage business, how to manage money. So we are looking at how we can use these life skills to help these kids become responsible people in the community.
And I guess as well, there are opportunities, are there, for the young women, the girls, to stay involved in sport, perhaps, once they've reached wherever they reach in their playing careers, but it's given them an opportunity to travel the world in the world of sport.
Yes. Right now, as things for all, the opportunities are really created this area whereby kids are open to getting opportunities. And one of the things we're really proud of is we've seen kids that, as I said, that came from nowhere to picking up or to being the first people in the family to hold the passport, and being the first people in their families to get out of the country, represent their own countries. And really, this is a great opportunity. And through this, we've seen a lot of girls that we have 6 girls that are right now on sports scholarships in local schools in Uganda here. And these are really elite schools. And they're doing well in these schools, representing their schools in various tennis tournaments, both national and regional tournaments. So we're really proud of this, seeing these kids progressing in different, and also they're being like the inspiration for other young girls to come up and pick up a sport, in not only tennis but any other sport, to be able to achieve what they want in life.
Absolutely, Julius. And it's a substantial, it's a large project, isn't it? You've got over 350 girls involved in the project at the moment. It's growing, and we hope with the support of International Sports Convention delegates and members, we can help you with that. But you've got 350 people involved at the moment, and as you say, you've got some success stories. You've mentioned a couple there. Which of the success stories has perhaps given you the most satisfaction, if that's a fair question? Which one's sort of given you most satisfaction yourself to see people progress?
So there is this young girl, she's called Hilda. She came from a family whereby she was the breadwinner of the family. She lost both her parents, and then she joined tennis. She used to come in, play tennis, and for a short time go look for something for her family, for her 2 siblings. And we picked up her and our sponsorship program, the education program. We managed to also pick her brothers and sister that are right now being sponsored under the education program. And we've seen her grow through this through the tennis program, whereby she's one of the players that has represented the country for under the different tennis tournaments in East Africa and Africa at large. And she's now currently on top under the top 20s in Africa and under the juniors. And she's recently got a scholarship at one of the top schools in Kampala. And also they have promised her a scholarship at the university. So this is a real and incredible achievement for us, the program, and we're really always proud of her.
And I imagine that this is having an impact in local communities, isn't it? When these girls are going back into their communities as young women, they're able to pass on things that they've learned. They've got confidence. It must be having a benefit, throughout Uganda.
Yeah, it's really becoming a benefit and an inspiring opportunity for the young girls in the community. We've seen a number of girls rising, picking up different sports. Some are coming to tennis, and some are being introduced to tennis, and then they go to other sports. But you can see that there is a lot of impact within their community through these girls. So it's really an inspiration to the girls, and also to see them they're giving back to the community through the sport. So it's really we are always happy to see these girls being the beacon of an inspiration to their communities.
And there are always challenges ahead in anything, aren't they? I suppose. What are the key challenges for you in terms of funding and how you're supported? How do you think that's going to look going forward?
As Tennis for All, we still have our biggest challenge right now currently is still funding. Due that we don't have a stable source of funding, we rely on the individual support from different people that are supporting us on a monthly basis, and we try to run with the small budget that we have, but to support most of the and due to this the financial challenges, we are restricted to whom we can support and whom we cannot support. So it's restraining on our mission and what we want to do, but we try to see how that as much as there is this challenges that at least the small we get, we can try to impact the small activity we have in the program.
Well, before we end this webinar, we'll be finding out more about how the International Sports Convention delegates and members can help with that. But let's look at a couple of the other challenges I think that you face at the moment. The cultural barriers, perhaps. Maybe some of it is about once you've educated the girls and the young women, you've also got to educate parents and people about what they see as normal. They perhaps, maybe is it hard to sort of convince people to allow the girls to go forward into a program like this? Is there any hesitancy perhaps amongst communities to allow the girls to go on this journey?
Yes, there are a lot of cultural barriers. As in an African setting, a girl is supposed to take care of the family, and this is what most of the families are putting into girls. And you find like you have a family that has a boy and the girl, and the boys are let to come and play sports, and while the girls are sitting home taking care of the family. So we've tried to see how we can sensitize these parents that all the kids deserve same equal opportunities, because you don't know what comes in the future. These girls can be the main support of the family, or they can be the leaders of tomorrow. So we are trying to sensitize the community, because it's been like it's one of the challenges. That's actually also another challenge that we're facing, that we are having that the high dropout is coming from the side of the girls, whereby they have the same answer that if you reach to them and ask why have you taken long without coming to sports, it's like, oh, I had to look at my little siblings. I had to cook at home. I had to take care of home. So it's we're trying to sensitize the community about the gender. And the girls also have the same opportunities as the boys. So we try to give them, try to see how we can sensitize the community. And then we have seen a little bit of response from some of the parents that are really now letting their girls come and play, and also the boys stay home and then do some housework. So at least with a few parents, families that have responded to this, we have seen like there is a success whereby sometimes you find like, oh, John is not playing today, and it is playing there. They come from the same family, but you can see that today John is not coming at school to the tennis program, and then Jane is coming again, and then the next day you see John coming and then it is home. So there is at least a simple balance in there with the kids. And yeah.
And that's going to help us in terms of development, isn't it, for those communities, I guess. And also, I was interested about the facilities, Julius, because it must be hard to, as you grow the program, as I know you want to do, to find suitable facilities for the girls to train and develop. I know you've been using some sort of pop-up venues and repurposing courts and things like that. That must be a challenge for you, and perhaps there's areas there where people can get involved to help by providing facilities for Tennis for All Uganda to grow into.
Yeah, yes. So that's also a bigger challenge also with the facilities. We've been managed to come up with ideas where to see that we keep the sports continuing, kids coming in, and then we manage to get more sports facilities within the community, partnering with schools. But one of the things I think we have is to, and this is one of our development program, is like to create a community center whereby everyone can come, kids, young girls can come in and play, and they feel safe, and it's really a safer area for them with a lot of resources that can help them out wherever they need them, and so in the program we're looking at if we can be able to get a bigger area whereby we can put up a sports facility, not only tennis, not looking, we would like to expand to different sports. We're coming girls. We're planning very soon to see if we can introduce girl sports, girls football within the program. So we're trying to see, but as I said, like it's still a challenge of infrastructure, but we're trying to see what we can do, and if there is any opportunity there that where we can get funding to build up bigger sports facility, that would be well appreciated.
And Julius, the International Sports Convention are a charity partner of Tennis for All Uganda, and obviously I imagine that donations are always going to be welcome. Any amount will help a girl, a young woman in Uganda get into your tennis program, but there must be lots of other ways in which people can help as well. I know you're looking at people to help with mentoring, with perhaps providing kits and resources and facilities. Give me an idea of the kind of things that would really help you day to day that International Sports Convention members can get involved with.
Thank you, James. And as you said, like financial donation is one of the main support we're looking for, but there are lots of different ways someone can support us. Donation of equipment, starting from tennis materials, clothing, balls, nets, and every tennis material that can help us. And also always welcoming volunteers from different sports that can help us. We're not only looking at the sports tennis as tennis, we're looking at different sports programs that we're planning to introduce. And so we're welcoming volunteers. Don't need to be an expert in soccer or tennis, as long as you have passion at what you're doing and would like to support us. We really appreciate you coming and giving us a hand. So we and different ways of visibility, sharing what we do. advocate, trying to look for people that can advocate for our work. So there are a lot of different ways we can work together as with different people within the international sports convention, and we are looking at all different ways that people can help us in one. We welcome new ideas from different, not only like also the expertise of people that come in to help us and show us how some of the things can be done. So also, I really appreciate as we are open to different ideas and to help us grow as a project.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure we'll have no shortage of people wanting to do that. Julius, it's been fantastic talking to you. Let's just reflect on a few things that we've discussed. And I think one of the statements I read before was that investing in girls is investing in Uganda's future. Just on that, very much at the heart of what you're doing then is thinking about Uganda's future and in this investment that you're making in young women and girls in Uganda is only going to be for the better of the country.
Yeah. As we have the biggest percentage of the population in Uganda is young girls, and we believe like if we get more educated girls, more empowered girls, young girls, I think the country will be better, much better, and our community will be much better.
And for you personally, how excited are you about the future of the project? As you say, challenges to be overcome, but you've got some fantastic success stories. You've mentioned them to us already. You must be very excited about where this could go.
Yes, we're really very excited about where the program's going, and then we're seeing where we're going. We're seeing the future very clear with the limited funding, but still seeing where the future is going. We believe that through the success stories we have, these success stories can empower other success stories to come in the future. And these kids, the kids that will be empowered, we're looking at them as a roadmap to also the other kids coming behind them to be empowered. And so we're really always excited about that.
Well, Julius, I know that everybody at the International Sports Convention would like to say thank you to you for the work that you and your colleagues are doing, not only in being the founders of Tennis for All Uganda, but also everything you do day to day to improve the lives of girls and young women in Uganda. So thank you from us, and keep up the good work.
Thank you for the support. We really appreciate the visibility and everything, and we're looking forward to working with you all the way.
And that completes the ISC Women's Sports Business Week for 2025.